Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you the basics of 3ds Max through creating and modifying. On the right hand side you have the Create tab and also the Modifier tab. Um, in the Creative tab you have the geometry that you can use and also shapes. Uh, there's also lights, cameras, helpers, space warps and the systems, but we won't get into that today. So within the geometry, you can create boxes. So you drag, extrude up. You can also do cones. You can also do probably cylinders, spheres, even a teapot. And what's great about this is that you can actually go back. You just select them. You can change. So in the modifier tab, you can actually change the length of them if you want a specific length or height, and also the width. Um, Now, what I'm going to do is actually just delete all these for a second. You also have in the Shapes tab, you can kind of do polylines or circles, rectangles, and ellipses, arcs, all those there. So, for example, maybe we want a square, and we will choose to have it closed. Um, from this, you can go into the modifier, and actually, in this modifier list, it gives you all the options that you can actually do. And what we want to do is we can extrude it and extrude it by about, say, no, 80 meters as well, and it kind of creates that box. Uh, Alright, so I'm going to select that and also just delete that for now. We'll go back to creating a geometry. Now, I'm going to start off with just creating a square and changing the lengths in the parameters. I'm going to make it the length maybe 50 and width is 50 meters. The height will go, say, 200. And you can also include segments within the objects. These segments can help with the modifyings after. So, for example, 9, say we want 5, and the height can have 10. At the moment, you can't actually see the segments on this, so what you want to do is change the shading and make it edges faces. That way it allows you to see the segments, as you can see. This looks a bit complex at the moment, so we might just leave this segment for the length 1 and also the width as 1 as well. So we want to go to the modifying tab, and from here we can actually manipulate this object. So maybe we can add a twist on it, and with the parameters you can actually choose the axis that you want it to twist on. So maybe if you want X, so twist like this, and you can kind of get this weird shape. The Y changes it that way, and the Z gives it that kind of twist. So maybe I'm going to go with 50 for that building, for creating it. Next, we can actually maybe give it a bend, so you can kind of change the angles as well, going up or down. If we use obviously the Y, change that angle as well, and the Z. the X, sorry. Go back to the Z, and maybe we want it to bend just a bit over, let's say 30. Um, let's add a lattice tool on this. You kind of get this effect. Um, and what's good about this is actually you can go back and say, oh, maybe I didn't want the bend, so, or you can actually change the bend before that, so going back, but I think for now we'll remove this, and you can actually change the segments within the lattice itself, as you can see. But we might leave it as 1 at the moment. You can also change the radius of it as well. Make it more thicker. Maybe we like 3 meters. And going back into the box itself, adding in more height segments. Maybe 20. Gives it more of a complex look. Cool. And that's the tutorial done. Thank you.